This is shocking. You want to see something shocking? I'm sorry. I should have warned you. It's Larry Kudlow, who is looking. By the way, is it because Mitch McConnell is retiring that he's like, look, I'm retiring the turtle look. If you'd like to, yep. If you'd like to be the turtle from now on, Larry, I'm not using it anymore. But apparently it's over, and there's going to be a revolt. Kudlow, there's going to be a revolt over this. And he would know, because if anyone knows anything about being revolting, it's Larry Kudlow.
All right, now for the latest liberal lunacy, Senator Bernie Sanders. Yes, the commie socialist from
the commie socialist from Vermont. You mean the state that Trump lost?
Vermont introduced a bill. It would establish a 32-hour work week without any reduction in pay. How generous of him. Problem is, this would likely hurt a lot of small businesses. We'll have more on that in a moment. Meanwhile, out in the great state of California, lawmakers there are proposing a surcharge on electricity bills based off your income instead of usage. Oh, I thought we treat people equally. Meaning the more you make, the more you're going to pay for the same exact...
Calibration for a new electric plan. Make more, pay more. This would be... But what it's going to be is by neighborhoods.
Energy.
We'll see. This is from foxbusiness.com. And again, this is one of those things where they show their own article. What do you think? Hold on. Whoops. Real quick. On Twitch is texting you. Go. Oh, yes. CSL hug. There you go.
Us now. He's the host of Kudlow on the Fox Business Network.
Yeah, we did great stuff.
Jen.
Larry Kudlow is with us. All right. So I'm reading this and I'm like looking at this. They already have the highest paid, the highest income taxes in the country out in California. You see business after business after business leaving California, their headquarters.
No, you don't.
And you can't blame them. Why don't they just say, all of you people that make money and create jobs, get out of our state? Because that's ostensibly what they're...
That's ostensibly. I guess ostensibly. Ostensibly. I'm trying to find something real quick. I don't know that this will work at all. Nope. No. Now suddenly under the sea. I just know if I do this, it's not gonna. I'm not gonna. All turtles are green, so I'm not like.
Oh, yup. Y'all. Well, you know, Sean. Sorry, my bourbon was coming up on me a little bit. Yep, nobody lives in California or New York anymore. There's no business like no business, and that's the way that's why everybody's moving, and they're all moving to Texas, where if you can say anything, you can trust the electrical grid. Yup.
Doing anyway.
Well, I'm glad you asked me that there, Sean. I hope.
Yeah, give us your money. Give us your money. I mean, what's so wonderful about this California thing is it's not even tied to electricity use. It's just it's an income tax increase. And by the way, yes,
all right, enough of that. That's just super weird.
Upper end pays more, but the stupid part of this, and this is where there's going to be a revolt.
Yeah, there's going to be but you know, if you come with torches, they're going to charge you more for the carbon to offset the carbon from your torch if you make more money. Right? Is that the idea?
You look at the numbers here, Sean. The middle class is going to be charged significantly. I did the math here. The middle class right now pays about $3,200 a year for their electricity bills. That, by the way, is at the highest in the nation. This would add about $1,200, whether you consume more or less electricity. It's going to go on your bill.
Yeah, so you're gonna pay for electricity you don't even use. How many people think, by the way, that we're gonna see a major yeah but in this article? Can I, if I may, let's look back at this real quick. Okay, California braces. Oh, it's gonna be good. I just feel it. California braces for new electric plan. News about California braces new electric plan. Make more, pay more. This is the idea. Okay, here we go. There we go. This is fucking California and their bullshit about trying to help poor people or some nonsense. I'm bracing for it. Are you bracing for it? I'm braced. I feel braced. California, okay. What is this? California may, what? Whoa. May charge electricity customers based on income. Okay. Los Angeles. How to go green without going broke? That's the latest challenge in the alternative energy capital of California, where Democrats propose taxing the rich to make energy more equitable and affordable. To do so, lawmakers mandated utilities statewide begin billing ratepayers based not on how much electricity they use, but how much money they make. This would be the first state to charge people based on their income rather than what they actually use, said Sean Hyatt, the director of the USC Business of Energy Transition Initiative. The problem here has been affordability. While California has focused on completely on clean energy, it has disregarded reliability and affordability and caused, okay, that guy's got a thumb on the scale. The California Public Utilities Commission has until July 1st to impose the new rate structure. The state's three main utilities, Pacific Gas and Electric, Southern California, proposed a tiered rate plan. Households earning $28,000, $69,000 would be charged an extra $20 to $34 a month. Those earning $69,000, $180,000 would pay $51 to $73 a month, and those earning more than $180,000 would pay $85 to $128 monthly surcharge. There's a lot considering California's electricity rates are already among the highest in the nation. People live in California have been paying 32 cents a kilowatt. They mentioned 30. Okay, blah blah blah. Read on the Fox Business app. EVs make air dirtier than gas-powered cars. California pushing new man. Okay, whatever. Folks completely its own energy. Alternative energy. All right, well, hold on. Let's go with what the fuck this story is. May. Why is it May if they're implementing it for real? Let's see. California screaming.
Out here, California may soon become the first state to charge electricity customers based on how much money they earn. National correspondent William LaJeunesse is here in Los Angeles with that story tonight.
Clean energy is just less expensive.
It's also now cheaper to generate electricity from wind and solar than it is from coal and oil.
Renewable energy is not cheaper than natural gas or coal or other types of baseload energy.
That debate is playing out in America's wind and solar capital, California, where the average electric bill is $261 a month.
The problem with intermittent renewables is that they're not on all the time.
Californians.
Okay. For the record, what people spend in a particular area, a state, anywhere around, when they're and they go, the rate here is amazing. It's enormous. The average, pay is this. The average amount of whatever the cost of energy. When you look at it that way, and you don't read into lifestyle usage, the charging of electric cars, those kind of things, you just kind of write it off as like that. That's just proof the California government is mean or something like that. Now, we do have they're including gas in there because we have higher gas taxes for environmental reasons in California than other states do. Californians have voted for those.
Pay 32
cents. Yes, and averages, you're right. Averages are useless.
It's a kilowatt hour, almost twice the national average of 18 cents.
Electricity rates have skyrocketed throughout the state.
Leading the charge, Governor Gavin Newsom, mandating 90% clean electricity by 2035.
We see a fossil-free future.
Clean energy! But to pay for the new plants, batteries, and transmission lines, the state plans to bill customers not just for the power they use, but also based on their income.
This doesn't make sense.
This makes it cheaper to consume more electricity.
Households earning more than 70 grand could.
This makes it cheaper to consume more. What? First of all, the price is going up for everybody because the idea is that you're building a new system. And we were all taxed for the creation of the oil-based system that was there. It was all subsidized. The pretending it isn't is just garbage. But having an active choice to make this change, especially in California where everybody's like, where's our fucking high-speed rail and all that kind of stuff because they won't tax for it specifically, this is not surprising.
Could pay an extra $73 a month.
Could?
On top of their electric bill.
Could. Well, if they could, I mean, again, if it's based on a certain tier, what's stopping it?
So Democrats and Governor Newsom adopted this policy about 2 years ago. Now there's blowback within their own party, mostly from deep blue coastal areas, angry about the surcharge and fairness, but also because now every state ratepayer will have to annually turn over or disclose their tax returns just to pay their electric bill.
That's amazing. So what's the
No, they won't.
The timeline on this?
Well, the deadline is July 1st, but all these renegade Democrats who voted for it 2 years ago because of the pushback are trying to repeal the law this year.
All right.
Okay, because there's an issue with implementation, so they went back. Again, so Democrats are trying to solve this problem that they started in theory. Is that the idea? Does anybody else, as yeah buts go, that's extraordinary. They started it, and now they're trying to stop it, and they probably will, and that's that. And maybe, may, could be, possibly, may in the future, might. California Public Utilities Commission has until June 1st to impose the new rate structure. The states remain in there and proposed a tiered rate plan. Households earning this kind of thing. Read on the box. There's a lot considering California's electricity. Okay, blah, blah, blah. There you go. Constituents have had enough, so have we. Thousand Oaks, Jackie Irwin. Time to put some reasoning back on how we charge for electricity in California. Time, energy conservation. Voted for the bill last year, but changed their mind after constituents complained that middle-income residents who conserve energy may be paying more for neighbors who use more energy. There's also an issue of privacy and income verification. It's unclear who or which agency would be required to obtain taxpayers. Yeah, it's never going to, like, it wouldn't hold up in court. I mean, it'd be nearly impossible to implement. It would be nearly impossible to implement given the many legal and privacy challenges that there would be undoubtedly to be accurately determine every taxpayer in the state's income. The assumption is, well, if you're making $100,000 a state, you must be super wealthy. But what if you have 5 or 6 kids? Will they be treated the same as a single head of household? Why did they entertain this bureaucratic nightmare? Many critics have blamed Newsom and his strict strategy. Why? Because he didn't. This wasn't his bill. Along with Democrats insisted lawmakers fast-track the bill with no discussion. Terry Prosper, a CPUC spokesman, told the local TV's implementation of the bill marked a critical step towards California climate goals because underscoring all of this, California's rush to embrace clean energy. This electricity will be clean energy. Kamala is a year into the Carlsbad while dedicating a solar plant. Biden said it's also cheaper to generate electricity from wind and solar than it is from coal and oil. Literally cheaper. It is. But that's not proving true in California. That's because of turning the entire state over to it and converting. That's not the same thing. The production of it, and again, long term, this the only reason this wouldn't make sense to you is if you don't give a fuck about the future. That you're a gimme like Sean Hannity.
Meaning the more you make, the more you're going to pay for the same in the country out in California.
Yeah, give us your money. Give us your money. I mean, what's so wonderful about this California thing is it's not even tied to electricity use. It's just an income tax increase. And by the way, yes, the upper end pays more, but the stupid part of this, and this is where there's going to be revolt. You look at the numbers.
Oh, by the way, apparently the revolt is from Democrats.
Here, Sean, the middle class is going to be charged significantly. I did the math here. The middle class right now.
You didn't do the math. It's in the article.
Pays about $3,200 a year for their electricity bills. That, by the way, is at the highest in the nation. This would add about $1,200, whether you consume more or less electricity. It's going to go on your bill. It's almost a 1/3 increase on the middle class. And yeah, up the income ladder, it pays more. It's not a carbon tax. It has nothing to do with reducing. In fact, energy use may go up under this thing in a certain case.
Yeah, that's just gibberish.
And the whole problem.
Yeah, because your poor neighbors are going to go, shit, I can leave the lights on and it's only going to cost me $25 extra a month and it's costing them $50. Like nobody's thinking.
California is they don't have enough electricity because renewables don't work. They're not sustainable. They break down. They're very expensive.
Yeah, oil tankers don't sink or spill. You never have a pipeline problem. There certainly isn't it. Look, I mean, you want to look at Texas.
They should use
nothing goes wrong.
Use oil, which they have a lot of. They should use natural gas. They could use coal. They could.
No, we're not going to use coal, dum-dum.
Use nuclear power, but they don't. So they don't.
Dude, we have a fault line through the whole fucking state. Talk to Idaho, motherfucker. Talk to all the states that don't have earthquakes. Have them build nuclear sites there and have them build transmission lines.
You can't plug in your car. If you have an EV, electric vehicle, you can't plug it in because there are always brownouts and blackouts.
No, you plug your car in and it actually, the home charging ports take at the lowest level. Like whenever the grid is the least taxed, usually in the middle of the fucking night.
Electricity. This thing is just a dumb middle class tax hike in California. That's all it is.
That's all. That's fucking stupid. We're just trying to find a way to awkwardly shit on Gavin Newsom. I am. Sean, I need a drink.
And then when they tax corporations and then they sue corporations like the suing oil companies, who pays the bill for those expensive law firms that have to defend themselves? Wouldn't that be the consumer, Larry? You're the expert.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, but it's not local to California. Fuck are you talking about? And believe me, oil companies get sued all the fucking time for shit they do all over the world.
That stuff gets passed along all the time. And by the way, they're going to start losing stuff in the courts. I mean, they're not these mandates that California is making up. They have never been adjudicated. There are no congressional laws.
Yeah, there's no one has adjudicated the transition from a petroleum-based economy to a renewables-based economy at any time in human history. Nobody. This is not what the founding fathers had in mind, Sean. They didn't. Okay? They didn't know. They didn't fucking know. They didn't write some thing. This didn't happen in fucking. When we went from horses to gas, and some of the horses had gas. Sorry, Sean. This is untested, brand new technology that's been around since Jimmy Carter was president and has increased greatly over the last fucking couple of years. And there is no legal precedent for the environmental disaster caused by oil, except for Exxon Valdez and the lawsuits against the people who were poisoned in Africa and several different sites around Louisiana and also Texas and cancer issues with coal sleuth and other stuff going through eastern Kentucky and into Tennessee. Other than that, nobody even fucking bothers with this. Hello? I know I didn't call an Uber, but I'm fucking glad it's here. Bye, Sean. Shit. And scene. Sorry.
The state legislature may or may not pass this thing. From what?
Jesus Christ. They may or may. Thanks for interrupting my evening. The state legislature may or may not pass this thing. Jesus. Go back to sleep, dum-dum. Fuck me. Is anybody else? All right. How am I good? How am I on time? I'm all right, I think. 1 second. I go back to chat. There you are. Oh, get chat. There you are. I'm a listen. Wind causes cancer and also stains in your drawers. And the one thing about wind is it's intermittent and unreliable. That's the challenge with it. You can't do. Hold on 1 second. Tell my Uber to wait outside. I've got to see a man about a mule. Oh, sorry. Stupid. Wait a minute. Did someone just call me an A-list actor, comedian, vocalist? Wes, please don't call me A-list. Apparently that's a slur because to be in the A-list you have to eat babies, and I don't. That's why I've never made it to the A-list. Remember all those folks that call me a has-been or C-D-lister or whatever. I always think that is a compliment because those very same people think that A-listers eat babies. So I don't know. Sounds like a compliment to me. If they call me an A-lister, then I'll start getting I'll start getting upset. I think that's my favorite part. Yeah, the adrenochromers. That's the A-list. You gotta. I'm not touching adrenochrome. I don't do drugs of any kind, especially the kind that come out of the spines of babies in farms under the White House that apparently were only there when Trump was president. So there.